Hey everybody, you're watching Ready Set Drone, and today I have the WL Toys V950 Helicopter. This is a brushless motor helicopter that is supposed to be capable of flying 3D. I am no expert at flying helicopters, so I don't know that I'll be flying it 3D, but I am going to fly it and try it out, so stay tuned and check it out. So if you've watched this channel much, you know that I mostly do quadcopters and occasionally some RC cars and trucks. But I wanted to try out a helicopter because I thought it would be fun and something a little different. The V950 is a brushless motor helicopter. It's a pretty good size scale. I don't know exactly what scale this is, but it's 455 millimeters long, 170 millimeters tall, and weighs 400 grams. I would imagine that is probably with the battery. Actually, you know what? Let's find out real quick. Yep, 269 without the battery and 400 with the battery. So yeah, the 400 includes the battery. It's got a 460 millimeter length on the props, so the props are extended just slightly longer than the quad itself. It's got a 9 to 10 minute flight time. Its main motor is a 2830 kV brushless motor. It has a small tail motor as well. So as I said, I'm not a huge helicopter person, but from what I can tell in looking up here, it does look like there is some rotation and collective in these props, and that's basically what allows you to do more advanced stuff than just having fixed props. I, again, am not an expert at that, but I do think that this will allow you to fly a little bit more advanced than just say, one of those tandem helicopters that has blades that rotate opposite, or a fixed prop that doesn't pitch at all. The radio is a WL Toys radio. It's nice enough. I will say that I put some batteries in it just a few minutes ago and it didn't come on. I had to kind of futz with the battery connector in the back to make one of the batteries actually connect so that it could come on. Not a huge deal, but it does come on. It does come with a little LCD display down here at the bottom and beeps at you annoyingly when it doesn't have a signal or when it's not connected. So I'm going to turn it off. All right, so I'm out here in the field. I've got the V950 with me and I'm going to try it out and see how it flies. I'm not a great copter pilot, so my expectations are not super high about how I will fly this thing, but I think we should give it a shot and see how we do. So let me fire it up. Okay, so one thing, I know there's several different rates on this thing. I've got it in what I believe is beginner rate and not 3D, so I'm gonna try that first and see if I can get it up in the air and control it. So here we go. All right, so there it is. I will say it's a little bit laggy. Like everything you do takes about half a second to actually reply. You know, when you start pushing the stick up the throttle, it takes it a second before it actually starts going up. But boy, and there's no GPS in this thing, so you're gonna want to make sure that you're actively flying it all the time. Let's see if I can get a little circle going. Woo! That was a little closer than I meant to. Man, it gets going fast, really fast, meaning that it's easy to let it get away from you in terms of speed. So let me see if I can do a full 360 yaw. So this is definitely not a beginner helo. It is. It's not hard to keep it in the air. I mean, it's stable in this mode, so it does have some stabilization built in. It just, you know, it just is different than flying a quad, and so it takes a little bit of getting used to. You don't want to get too high with this thing either, because it'd be really easy to get misoriented and get it up there in the wind and just lose control. All right, I'm getting a little better. Starting to get the hang of it. Got a pretty good amount of flight time. See if we can bring it through here one more time. There we go. Getting a little smoother. It's a little fast, slow it down. All right, let me see if I can bring it in for a landing. Bring it over here. And here we go. Gonna bring it in for a landing right there. Hey, not a bad landing. All right, so the V950, as I said, I'm not a pro at helicopters. I've never flown 3D. 3D, by the way, is where you use the collective pitch to actually fly upside down, do loops and stuff like that. That's definitely not my forte. But as far as a challenge to fly and learning how to be a better pilot, this is pretty good. I like it because it's teaching me a little bit more about flying line of sight and a little bit more about spatial awareness. Also about trying to make sure that I don't get going too fast, and also just keeping up those skills for as I turn, knowing which direction it's going to go as I push a stick. Because this does not have headless mode, it does not have GPS, it is just flying. There's some big blades that you would want to make sure don't come anywhere near any people. So if you're interested in learning how to fly a helicopter and you're a decent quad pilot, I'd say you can probably handle this. If you're a total beginner, I wouldn't start with this copter, I would start with something else. But if you're someone who has a little bit of experience, I think it would be a good one to try out. I'll leave a link in the description. Thanks again to GearBest for providing the V950. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos about radio-controlled cars, helicopters, and of course drones, please subscribe to Ready Set Drone. Thanks for watching.